there, it's me, Sandy, and I usually like talking about specific perfumes, just my opinions on them and how they smell and things like that. But this time I have something else in mind that I've actually kind of wanted to do for several years. And so I'm just doing it right now because it was on my mind, because you'll see why in a minute. So today my video is called The Agony and the Ecstasy of Decants. So if you are a perfume lover and love smelling new things and you get a lot of fun and enjoyment and joy out of trying new fragrances and things, then you probably already know about the secret of Decants. So I'm specifically not talking about samples. And where do you draw the line? When is something no longer a sample and it's a decant? For me personally, 5 mils, and this is all stuff I've made up in my head, mind you. Okay, so 5 mils is definitely a decant. 3 mils is borderline. And then anything less than 3 mils, like 2 mils for sure, or anything like that, is definitely a sample. So for me, I used to sample a lot and then buy full bottles a lot. And then over time, over the last couple of years, it's really shifted for me where I do a lot more decants now. Fewer samples and a lot fewer full bottles. And for me, decants are so much fun. So first I'm gonna list the Ecstasy, okay? So the Ecstasy of decants. And I'm talking about things in this vein. So like this is a 5 mil plastic. I prefer glass, but this is a 5 mil plastic. You can see how much is gone here. I have been wearing the heck out of this fragrance for many days, not consecutively, but over the past like month or so. There's like, this is my Valleja that I showed in a recent video. This is a 10 mil in a glass bottle, which I love. So there's samples like that. And then this is my layered Danielle's Milk Bath. But I've just grabbed this to show that this type of twist up is with these inside. These are really common ways to also do decants. And so that's what I'm talking about. And so some of the things that are the Ecstasy for decants is that it lets you try so many more fragrances. And that kind of rolls into point number 2, is that it is so much cheaper. Now, you can argue that per mil, if you actually do the math, you're gonna be way ahead if you get a full bottle. But what if you don't like it? Or, what if you don't need a full bottle of X, Y, or Z scent because you have so many already, and you just know that there's only so many days in a lifetime and so many areas of skin that you can spray. So, you don't always need a full bottle anymore. And let's see, what else did I say for the Ecstasy? They're super portable, so you throw them in your purse or your pocket or whatever. They're great for travel. And then it just really lets you give a real trial of something first before you decide to buy a full bottle. If you have a sample of 1 mil, 2 mil, up to 3 maybe, although 3 is kind of, like I said, borderline decant to me. The dogs, they're gonna bark. You maybe get to wear it a couple times, and so you didn't get to experience hi Daniel, in different weather and temperatures and times of year and all that stuff. So decants really let you play with a scent a lot longer. Because like I said, there's hardly anything gone here, and I've been heavily spraying and just going to town with it. And then my Valleja I wear all the time. Now granted, to be fair, I had lost it for a while, and then I found it again and I've been wearing it a bunch. But that's a lot of fragrance, and it's a lot of wears. So those are my points that are the ecstasy and the fun and the financial savings of Decants. Because yeah, if you might end up with 3 bottles of something that you just don't love if you blind buy. Okay, so now the agony of Decants. There's 2 for me. So the first one is basically just that you don't get the full bottle. You don't get the experience of the full bottle. And if you're a person that loves and cherishes little things, little treasures, like for me, that's something that I love about perfume, is like each bottle is like a little treasure. It's like a little sculpture with this amazing smelling fragrance in it, and you get the bottle that maybe you've been dreaming of, because it's so beautiful, so classy or whimsical or whatever the case may be. So with Decants, you don't get that. And then the other agony, and if you are a Decant collector, I bet you know where I'm headed. So I'm gonna pause my video and head into the area that I have my perfume to show you Agony number 2. It's me, Sandy, again. This is the Agony number 2. This is the agony of Decants. I mean to tell you, now to be fair, mine are in a particularly outrageous state of disrepair right now because I've been organizing them, believe it or not. But it is a battle. I mean, these are more samples. I've got tons of samples that I'm trying to kind of get rid of one way or the other. So you're seeing a mixture of samples and Decants and minis, which I actually really love minis because you get a lot of fragrance, usually about 5 mils, which is a lot again, and you get the fun of having the bottle like in miniature form. But anyway, this is about Decants, and so this is a drawer of my more favored, or a box of my more favored Decants. These are my moderately favorite Decants. I've got a mishmash of Decants mixed in with everything, and I mean to tell you, I have Decants all over the house. There's like 4 sitting on top of my dresser. There's a bunch in my drawer next to the bed. They're just sort of everywhere, and like I can just zoom in on any part of my collection, which again, please don't think the worst of me for the state of things. I am in the process of trying to make it much nicer, much more refined and clean and organized. But anyway, so this is a problem, and I have not found my solution. So I am asking, do you have any amazing ways that you organize Decants? One of my perfume friends, Stephanie, hers are so organized. Her samples, her, Decants, everything, they're just so amazingly organized in bins and different things. I don't know, I get like frozen when it comes time to actually organize them. I've thought of maybe like lipstick organizing things, and I'll put one in here to show you. So I'm just gonna try to flip the camera back here. I don't know how. I can't figure out how to flip it back for some bizarre reason. So I'm just going to end my video here. But if you have thoughts, comments, there's my Heaven Can Wait decant. I would appreciate help and commiseration. If you feel my pain, let me hear from you. And I will talk to you next time about some amazing scents that I've tried recently and have just been wildly in love with. So I'll see you next time. Bye.